Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm just going to be covering several brand new figures that were just revealed with their images. So they're not up for pre-order just yet, but they're on several Transformers news sites. So you'll be able to find them easy. Apparently, from what they're saying, I'm not sure if this is official or accurate, but they're saying the pre-order date, it'll be up for pre-order in April, which I guess does make sense because at the past Transformers live stream, that they did say March was going to be kind of a dull month, not that many reveals. They did say they will be back in April, and most likely that will be when the live stream is, and we will probably be getting Legacy Evolution Wave 3, and most likely our Titan class and Commander class, and along with those, we'll be getting these core classes. So it's 3 figures, 2 core classes, part of the Volcanicus Combiner, which does make sense because, again, in the past live stream, they did say since they're only doing Grimlock for Wave 2, they will be doing 2 for Wave 3. So the first is Scarr, which we did theorize and guess that was going to be a part of this combiner. So I actually originally did think this was going to be the foot or leg of the combiner, but I think I'm actually wrong. This might be our first arm, a part of the combiner. I'll actually show you why I think that in just a second. So detail-wise, I'm actually pretty impressed. Love all the gold and silver. He does seem to be pretty chunky, and his articulation does seem to be very limited. I do not think he has any ball joint for his elbow. It does seem like the entire arm is very fixed in place. I think there's a ball joint at the shoulder, none at the elbow, unfortunately. So he might be kind of like Sledge, where he's pretty limited. But I do like all the details. He does come with a pistol, which I think has a very, very important use, which I'll actually show in just a second. We do have the little dino arms on the actual robot mode legs, but that really doesn't bother me that much. And of course, a close-up of his face, overall looking very cool, like the glossy black and metallic blue for the eyes. And his dinosaur mode, which I'm not actually sure what this dinosaur is. It might just be made up, but I actually think it looks super cool. Love the almost beak-like head with the metallic blue and the gold, and there's an Autobot symbol there as well. And the weapon can be stored on the back, so it will act sort of as like a tail. And we have a lot of these little spikes sticking up in that silver. That looks really, really nice. So here's an area where I found, which this could be wrong, let me know your thoughts in the comments, but I think this black piece is actually a hand, a part of the combiner. You can actually see there's almost this open gap here, and there's this entire section here. Hopefully you can see my cursor. It almost looks like a sculpted-in finger or fist. I could be wrong, but this definitely looks like a hand to me, which is pretty cool. When I just first saw this figure, it looked pretty chunky and big, so I thought, okay, this is gonna be the leg. But when I saw this, I was like, I don't think so anymore. So it's pretty cool to see that, our first glance or look at what the hand will look like, which is pretty cool. So very nice there. And overall, that's pretty much it for this figure. Of course, we do have the box, really nice artwork there. Of course, an open way of displaying the figure in the packaging. We have the Legacy Evolution logo. We have Dinobot Scarr. And then we have our next one, which this is Swoop. I had to say, this looks really good. I really do like this. So there's actually several things I've already noticed that is an improvement over the past one. So actually, for his legs, these are actual hinges. I'm not sure if they're pins, but they're not ball joints. The past few core classes have been majority ball joints for the knees, the legs, the shoulders, all stuff like that. So it appears to me that the knee bend will be a hinge. That's probably due to transformation because most likely these will fold up for the bird mode, but I'll take it either way. I'd say this looks really good. Swoop is my favorite Dinobot, so I might be slightly biased there. I'd say my only complaint from the pictures so far, hopefully this is slightly mistransformed, is the bird head. There's this ugly kind of open hinge gap here. Hopefully it's mistransformed and this can actually be pushed up to cover all of that up, because as it is, that doesn't look the greatest, but everything else looks really, really nice. He does include 2 accessories, 2 pistols. Maybe these will be a part of the other arm. Maybe this is the other arm or the leg. We're not really sure just yet, so they haven't actually shown the back of the box. They only show the front, so we'll have to wait and see. But 2 pistols done in this black, and a close-up of his head, overall looking very nice. Love the silver and metallic blue. And we do have the bird mode, which actually looks really nice. It would have been nice if the wings were not done in this kind of gray plastic. It seems a little bit cheap to me. And there's actually these kind of venting sections. These are, of course, the legs folded up. It would have been nice if those were at least done in silver, because that is a lot of gray, white plastic in just one area. But overall, a very cool looking bird mode in my opinion. This picture is actually a bit odd because we have the weapons again, but they're done in that white plastic, but here they're done in black. Hopefully this is the final result. Hopefully the weapons will be done in that glossy black and not the unfinished gray. I actually just noticed something right now. It does it does work to take a second glance, but I think these weapons can combine because there's 2 tabs on this side and there's slots on this side. So I'm pretty sure these weapons can combine and to form, of course, one big weapon, or maybe it will be a part of the combiner some way. I don't know. But it's a bit odd how it's kind of different from one picture to the other. And then we have a stock photo of the bird mode again, overall looking very cool. Hopefully there's some articulation at the bird head, that would be nice. We do have the box, which you can store the pistols on the wings of the bird. You can see they're right there, which is a pretty nice feature. And we have the Dynamite Swoop there, which overall looks very cool. And now we have Shattered Glass, which this is actually really nice to see, because there were leaks and talks about a Shattered Glass Wave 3. It was kind of mixed because I was watching several reviews and videos, and some people were saying no, we're not going to have a third wave. Some people were saying we were, and I'm actually really glad we are for several reasons, because I actually really do like the Shattered Glass line and concept. I liked Wave 1 and 2. There was a few figures here and there that were not as good or not really worth the price. I think that's the main complaint for Shattered Glass. They are overpriced because they do include a comic book. According to them, they have the prices and release dates. And this one is also April. According to them, it says 54. This is a leader. I highly doubt it's actually going to be 54 because they've released leaders before. Like they did Ultra Magnus. That one was not 54. I think it was like 63 or something like that. Not including shipping, of course. So I don't think this is actually going to be 54, most likely. It would be nice. I don't think so, though. Also, another plus to this figure, this Grimlock, is I was actually never able to get the Studio Series 86 Grimlock. I was, tempted it a few times to get it, but I never really just got around to doing it. And I'm fine with this one. This one seems fine. The aftermarket prices for Grimlock right now for the 86 version are like $100. So I will be perfectly content with this Shattered Glass version because I actually think it looks pretty cool. Mold-wise, from what I know, I think it's the exact same mold. I am not certain about that because I don't have the original version, so I'm not fully aware. Maybe there's a few details here and there, but from what I remember of reviews from the original version, I don't think there's any mold change. I think it's just a heavy retool, or a heavy repaint, I mean, which is fine by me, because I don't have the original, so this is a brand new figure for me. He does come with a pistol, which is pretty cool, and it can be stored on the back. One thing I'm a bit unsure about, which this kind of appears to be a bit disappointing, and cheap in a way. So with the original 86 Grimlock, that one came with, I'm pretty sure it was the stock non-transforming exosuit Spike, or maybe it was Daniel or something like that, and you could have him sit on his shoulder. Well, this one doesn't include that, which I'm perfectly fine with, but it should have another accessory to substitute that, because it only comes with the weapon, the blaster. It should have come with like a sword or I mean, heck, at the very least, it should have just included the non-transforming Spike again and just had a different paint app for that. Something like that. Because as it is, we're pretty much down an accessory for this figure, and I'm assuming we will most likely be paying more for this. So that's a bit disappointing in that aspect. I'm pretty sure also there will be a comic book included, which, doesn't really mean a lot to me. I will collect them, but I don't really count that as an accessory. But that is it pretty much for these 3 figures. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm pretty excited for this Grimlock. Just kind of disappointed accessory-wise because it doesn't include that minifigure. And if they weren't going to include that, it should have come with something else, like a new piece, a sword, a different blaster, maybe an effects part, something like that. Hopefully they'll change it before this is actually released. Hopefully so. But overall, really like the 2 core class figures. Swoop looks amazing. Just not a big fan of the gray plastic there. Hopefully that's changed in the final product. And Scarr looks pretty exciting. Possibly will be one of the arms with that black piece. Let me know if I'm right. Let me know your thoughts on that. Of course, I could be completely wrong. I'm just telling you what I see. But that is pretty much it for the news video. Again, core classes just $12. They're saying that the Grimlock is going to be $54. I highly doubt that. And they all said they're going to come out in April. So I will do another news video. If you want a more thorough look into this, I will definitely do a more thorough, in-depth, look at the box, look at the pictures. There's not even that many pictures. There's only like 3 or 4 pictures per figure. Usually in Hasbro, there's like 8 or 9. So I will be doing a follow-up video to this with definitely more in-depth look at them if you want to see that. So make sure you stay tuned for that on the channel. Hope you enjoyed this news video, and I will see you